After losing my job, when I returned home, I faced many taunts from my family again. It was difficult to adjust to the family atmosphere, but the most painful thing happened was when my family had sold my bed, my elder brother gave me some money to buy a new cot, but the amount was so little that I couldn't even get an old cot with it. I went to the store to ask, but there was nothing available for that amount. But a man from the house next to the store, who had been continuously watching me, came out and said he had an old cot at his place. He would sell it cheap. When he showed me the cot, it was in very good condition, almost new. But the man did not ask for much money, which surprised me, but own. Seeing such a benefit, I said nothing. After dinner at night, I breathed a sigh of relief that at least now I have a place to sleep. After a short walk, I went to sleep after laying the bed. While sleeping, I felt as if someone is suddenly pushing me and then pushing me into a pit. My whole body was in pain. I woke up screaming. I was drenched in sweat. I thought it was a bad dream. So I started sleeping again, but as soon as I lay on the cot, I felt as if someone was gripping my shoulders and someone had grabbed my legs. My entire body started hurting again. Even though I wanted to, I couldn't get up. The surprising thing was that this was not a dream. In reality, someone was indeed gripping my body. Hearing my screams, all the family members immediately came there, and by that time, the strange things also stopped. It was a bad dream. After saying this, they asked to go back to sleep again. But I didn't have the courage to sit on the cot again. I spent it on the ground. But the next day, I felt that perhaps what happened last night was all There was a sister. Convincing myself, I slept on the same cot the next night. For a while, I couldn't fall asleep at all. Then after some time, when nothing strange happened, I fell asleep. But on a stormy night, once again I felt that someone was pulling my body backwards. I couldn't move forward at all, as if someone had chained my feet. Then I felt the same jolting pain in my body. I screamed. Before that, I heard a voice. The voice of an old woman filled with anger. Why come to my place? Did you disturb my... Get out of here. Go away. The voice wandered around me for a long time. It came so close that it seemed to be coming out of my mind, not from the outside. My head was bursting along with my body when suddenly I felt like my mother was calling me. Her voice woke me up from my sleep. When I woke up, I was drenched in sweat. My mother was standing beside me and she was shaking terribly. When I looked at my legs, I saw marks of ropes and scratches on them. I was shocked and realized what I was feeling was not just a dream. As soon as morning arrived, I picked up that platform and threw it out. Not long after, it was no longer there. Surely someone must have picked it up and taken it somewhere. That next night, I also lay on the ground. Spent the night sleeping there, but the thought of that riverbank wouldn't let me sleep at all. Woke up in the morning after a flighty sleep. Friends, in the year 2015, in India, a case came to light where the head of Star Plus, Peter, and his wife Indrani were arrested. According to the police, Indrani and Peter together had murdered Indrani's sister Sheena Bora. But as the case progressed, one after the other, such revelations were made that shocked the entire India. Who was Sheena Bora and what happened to her? Find out in the Sheena Bora murder case story only on our crime channel, The Crime Show. Link in the description and pinned comment. So with that riverbank, a man was also found outside the house who was seething with anger as to why I left such a dangerous bed, just lying open outside. Eat. Jerk's pain and nightmares did not give anything a heart. All this saying, He left the bed there, and I understood so much. Had realized that I am not mad. And there is indeed some problem with this bed. I took that bank inside and thought again to sleep on it that night, so that I could find out whose voice of that old lady it was. But this was the biggest mistake of my life. This time there was no pain in the body, nor shocks, and soon I fell asleep too. But shortly after that, the voice of that woman came again. Screaming, she said, "Came again. After all, why do not let me sleep in peace? This is my sleeping place. Go from here." This, again severe pain began to arise in my body. It started feeling like I am falling very hard from somewhere above. Everything stopped after a while, but it felt like the cot was swinging in the air, as if someone was carrying it on their shoulders to some place. My mind was gripped by fear. It felt surrounded from all sides. I was asleep, yet I could feel everything. Suddenly I started to feel suffocated. I looked down again, and there was fire all around the cot. I tried to scream, but no voice was coming out. But just moments later, my arms and legs suddenly got free. I immediately sat up, but what I saw made my hair stand on end. A scary-looking old woman was sitting right in front of me. As soon as I saw her, I screamed and woke up. Panting, I looked around everywhere, but everything was completely normal. Just my whole body. There were wounds on the body. I had understood that it was the sleeping place of an old woman, who is probably no longer in this world, but still, she prefers to sleep here. Next morning, I returned the cot back to the man from whom I had purchased it, and when I told him about all these things, it was found out that his mother had passed away on this pier just a few days ago. Since then, he had left that cot untouched in his room for his mother to rest in peace. Anyway, whatever it is, I will never forget the horrific experience of that old pier. Friends, after the story of this old cot, enjoy a thrilling crime story on our new crime story. We bring you a spine-chilling modern mystery, Sheena Bora murder case, India's most twisted murder case to date. To watch the story, click on the end screen, or you can also watch the video by clicking in the pinned comment of this video. If you like this video, do not forget to subscribe to our channel Bloody Monday.